Yahoo CEO, it says he's prepping for layoffs, and big ones too. That, according to All Things Digital, a major restructuring. That's what Kara Swisher is reporting in All Things Digital. It's a big story, and Drew Dowell, you didn't write this story, but let's not talk about the specifics of that, but rather, is this going to work? Is this a good strategy? Can he finally, you know, this final go at, when we presume it's final go at getting Yahoo its mojo back?
Well, that's really the $20 million question, you know, or probably a bigger question than that. But yeah, we're going to see with this.
Well, if the stock market goes down any further with this stock, then
exactly.
it may be $20 million
question. Exactly. That's pretty no. So Scott Thompson's about presumably, according to the reporting that we have here, is going to make a big announcement about cutting back jobs, and it'll be a significant one. And
it could be announced as soon as the end of this month, aimed at large products organization as well as other arenas in which the company has lagged.
Yeah, and it's clear that he's eager to make his mark on the company and to show that he's taking its problems seriously and moving to correct them. The question, as you ask, is whether this actually does it. I mean, their big problems are that revenue is declining. Their digital ad sales are not doing as well as they could have been. They've lost a step or several steps to big competitors like Google in areas like mobile, to Facebook in arears like social. Does this help them catch up? I don't know. I mean, you
said a step or two. I think it's a lap or two. But anyway,
exactly.
Let's have a look at the stock quickly, if we can. You see the stock's down 0.76. So clearly the market not reacting very favorably to this. Now, one of the things you mentioned, the ad revenue, that ads don't appear to be automated on Yahoo. From my understanding, you can't go and put an ad on Yahoo without going through a salesperson. Or at least it's very tricky to do that.
Okay.
You would think that automating that sort of system would be very good,
and would enable you to cut a lot more people.
And it would be, more importantly, be less frustrating for the revenue providers.
Yeah, presumably you get like more relevant ads served to more relevant people, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, this is one of the issues: is that if you have trouble with your revenue and trouble with your margins, then then you want to cut back your cost base, and that appears to be what he's getting ready to do.
Okay. So on this cutting back the costs, that's important, but it really does need the cutback in the cost, but it really also needs revenue.
Yeah.
So they're two they can be the same thing happening at the same time, but they can also be you cut the wrong people, you cut the wrong costs, and it actually hurts you in both ways.
Yeah.
How does he get a sizzling, and what he needs, and this is what you do need over there, you need a sizzling sales force to bring in the ads, and you need to get rid of the bureaucracy. So, I mean, is this the man to do that?
Yeah, and they need to be competitive in new and exciting areas of the internet, right?
And they have great content.
Yeah. So, I mean, ideally, look, okay, the optimistic case is you make a bunch of cuts that need to be made, you stop spending in areas where you're not bringing in extra revenue, where you're just creating costs, and you redirect the money that you save to areas that are more profitable and more likely to grow. Now, that's what everyone's going to be looking at. Where does he cut specifically, and then what does he say he's going to do with the money? And there's a lot of space between here and there, obviously.